Howdy folks, this is Rob from Sound Notes Online bringing you Real Time in Reaper, a series of bite-sized tutorials on using the Reaper Digital Audio Workstation in a live broadcast environment. Many of the opening videos will feature functionality and usage that is common to all Reaper users in a recording, mixing, and even mastering configuration. However, as we progress, we're going to demonstrate that Reaper can be used quite effectively when recording and streaming events that require high-quality audio to be paired with high-quality video. So let's dive in and get started. All right, so this introductory video is just going to be a short tour around the main screen of Reaper, what you see when you open the app. Now, a couple of things to note here. If you're already familiar with Reaper, you'll see that I'm using a custom theme. This theme is called Pro X Tools and is available in the stash on the Reaper forums. This is one of my favorites, and it is a very nice looking theme, and I just love it, and so this is what I use. You don't have to use it. You can use the stock theme that comes with Reaper that is also very nice, but there's a lot of themes out there that are really easy to work with. And we'll get into theming later on down the line, but for right now, I want to keep these videos short, sweet, and simple. So, hope you enjoy this. Let's go through the main screen real quick. Now, I'm using Windows, so of course we're going to have our standard Windows title bar along the top. And then underneath that, we have the stock Reaper toolbar that comes with a lot of the common functionality that you need in a DAW. So we've got our new project, open, save, etc., and we'll go through these a little later. Next we have the track control panel, the TCP, and I'm going to go ahead and add a track in here just so you can see what that looks like. Now here's a track, and of course I can give it a name. We'll just call it something original like track. And then as you can see, we have a few items here for functionality that we can use. We have our envelope lane here. When you record or import video, your envelope will show up here, and there's lots you can do with that as well. But we can add some more tracks just by doing Control-T, Command-T on a Mac, and all the lanes will show up here. Now in the middle of the screen, we have the transport bar with all your standard transport controls that are common to systems like this, and your timeline. You've got your tempo, and etc., and other overall global project information can be found in the transport bar. And then underneath at the bottom we have the MCP, the mixer control panel. This is where your standard console looking controls will be, including your faders, your pans, and your record arm and monitoring and such. We'll get into the details of that later. And then I have over here on my right, I have the master control track, or the master track, the master output. And in this master output, just like with the regular tracks, you can see that we have places for inserting effects. We have places to where we can create controls. Say using a MIDI controller, we can customize and use sliders and faders and knobs and all kinds of stuff with MIDI controls that we can configure those in here. And then we have our sends. These, of course, on the master track are going to be your master sends to hardware outputs, outputs to other applications. And as we'll see later, we can output across network protocols such as Dante. But then over here in the regular tracks, we have we can send from one track to another just by dragging and dropping, and it's pretty easy. So like I said, I wanted to keep these short and sweet and to the point, about 5 minutes for each, just so that you can go through and quickly find the video that you may want to look at to give you a hand. So this is just the introduction to the main screen of Reaper. I can tell you that all of these controls, the MCP, the TCP, the transport bar, all of this stuff is configurable. You can rearrange these screens to your liking however you want. You'll notice over here on the left, I'll have several other screens or toolbars or whatever you want to call them. This one here shows me my effects list, so I can just grab one and drag it onto a track quickly if I want to. But I also have, this is the track manager, where I can go in and do things with tracks quickly. Like I can set the color of this track. Say I want to color it this sort of pinkish color. There we go. I can do a lot of stuff like that there too. And then the routing matrix, which we'll get into a little later as well, where we can quickly create sends from one track to another or one subgroup to another. These are just, other windows that I've set up for my own workflow. You're going to have your own workflow, and the great thing about Reaper is it's so highly customizable. You can set it up for whatever workflow you would like to have. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it a day on this one. We're a little over the 5-minute mark, but we will be back. So like, subscribe, and do all that other YouTube-y goodness, and we'll catch you next time.